Alright guys, sorry about the late start time. I thought we were going to start at 5:30, instead we had to start at 5:35. Long story short, I was recording a podcast with someone that will probably drop tomorrow, I'm guessing. Play Like a Jet. I was live with them because Play Like a Jet, the Jets are playing the Jaguars this week, so hopped on board that show. Ran a bit longer than I thought, so that's why I have to start a little bit later. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'm going to change the You Make the Call, so don't worry. We are doing Michigan, Texas. I see JFK with a 4 already. I appreciate you a ton already. Let me get you in, and then we'll start this thing. Give me a second here, and then we'll get everything underway. We got Falcons Bucks later tonight as well. Everything is set up for that. It's going to be a throwback game, which is going to be awesome. How's it going, Allie? Appreciate you tuning in. Let me just get this You Make the Call, and then we'll start this OT stream off with a bang. I appreciate all you guys being here. How's it going, Golden Steel? How's it going, Jonathan? Last karaoke 25. Yep, tonight is the last one. Tonight's the last one at 25. Yeah, that I'll be at least. Yes, because next week I'll be back in New York, and then I'll be back for Christmas, and then New Year's Day I will be working doing the playoff game. But also, I don't think they do karaoke New Year's Day. How's it going, Michael? Enjoying Clickbait without Scooter. All right, how's it going, Gen Z? Appreciate you tuning in. You spend night in jail over charges that are unknown. I feel like the charges, based on what we heard, is for going to the house and threatening to kill someone. I think that's what the charge is. But let me just do some really quickly, and then we'll start this thing. Look out there. Yes, absolutely. Look out there. Yeah, he threw it all away, and for what? He threw his whole life away, and for what? All right, let me just do this really quickly. Get this in. Again, apologies about this. Just had to figure this out. Top skips cards influence good boxes on purpose. Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, that's how they do it. That's entirely how they do it. It's to fool people into thinking, oh, this person got it, why can't I get it? And yeah, literally more. Just my God. Yeah, 5-year deal. I think that's a lot of years. I don't like that deal for the Orioles. I think it's a lot of years. I don't think it's going to age well. How's it going, Adrian? Appreciate you tuning in. Yep, lawsuit settled for just 9 days. You know, that's pretty impressive for a lawsuit to sell that quickly. All right, give me a second here. Let me just get this. You Make the Call in, and I'll be good to go. Who was worse? I think Moore was worse. Moore, because Meyer didn't threaten to kill anyone. That's the other thing too. Meyer didn't threaten to kill anyone. So they set a chance. I mean, the Bucks have not played well as of late. The Buccaneers have not been good. I mean, I don't think the Falcons win, but the Bucks have not looked like a quality team. Baker Mayfield is not the same quarterback he was at the start of the season, by any means. All right, let me just get this in for the You Make the Call options. The options are... Let me just get the bowl game up. Nick Singleton will train the team and travel but not playing Pincer Bowl. Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah, a lot of guys opt out of the bowl game if they are going to the NFL draft. So that makes sense. That makes sense. Should run the call for that one too. Think Bucks wins going close? I think so too. I think this seems to be a lot closer than people expect. All right, give me a second as well. Let me just get this in, and then we will start this OT stream. So you already got 4 from JFK. I'll get you on whatever game you want of the 2 that we are on the call for. You got to choose between one of the 2. Hang on, give me a second here. 1, 2, stream at 8. All right, the options are... I mean, the Falcons are not good. I do think the Falcons are not good. But question is, can the Bucks bounce back? Because defensively they haven't looked sharp. Offensively they not looked sharp. I mean, losing to the Saints is pretty bad. Lose to the Saints, that's pretty bad. All right. Let me just remove the background on this and then we get to go. So, the You Make the Call options for the next couple of streams. Meyer looked at good with how bad... No, he's not looked that good. This doesn't change anything about how bad Urban Meyer was. Let's see. You Make the Call options are... There we go. Kirk Cousins can possibly throw over the Bucks secondary. Yeah, both games, I mean, to be fair, last year, remember, the Kirk Cousins looked great against the Bucks. You want to go by the Hawks next Thursday? I would be too. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be a very fun game against the Rams. All right, the options for You Make the Call are the Holiday Bowl between Arizona and SMU or the Mayo Bowl between Wake Forest and Mississippi State. All right. So with that, we're going to start this OT stream. Let me just spin this wheel really quickly. So if you guys know, $50, I'll sing any song you want me to at Live Man Karaoke. $25, there is one song that is half off, And we're going to turn the song that's half off for this stream. And this stream, only the song half off is going to be more Devastator Coach ever. He's up there. He is definitely up there. Half off song. If Falcons did stream last year, they did. I'll put a poll up in a little bit on the community tab. Half off song for this stream, then we'll start the OT period. It is going to be I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. Okay, wow. All right. I've never heard the band do that song. But I'm assuming they do it at every wedding they play. Every old wedding they play. So, all right. Let's start this clock. Let's do this thing. Yeah, Faulkner, I like that move a lot. I like the way Georgia Tech's offense was functioning. How's it going, Nicholas? Appreciate you tuning in. All right, let's do this thing. Start the clock. JFK, to let me know which game you want. I'll get you on the call for it of the two options. No, Moore is never going to coach again. Moore is never coaching again. With everything that happened with him, it's not just the cheating. He's never coaching it. All right, Golden Land. Here we go. Kind of ironic, yep. Kim Kardashian character. He's coming to Fortnite. What? The overlap of people that play Fortnite and people that like Kim Kardashian is like two separate circles. It's like an old-timey song. It's a very old-timey song. Minus the effects, obviously. Yeah, it feels like walking down Main Street. So as Lions, Ravens lose, that pretty much should bow in the North. No. I don't think so. Because they still have to play each other one more time. Michigan, the bowl game is going to be Biff, the Charlotte head coach last year. All right, now it's going to pick up. Here we go. Burrow's down track, Paul Palmer. I think he's contemplating retirement. I think the thing with when quarterbacks say stuff like that, they already got one foot out the door. Oh, now it picks up. What on earth is this? And so it takes skins for the queue. Auto bitch after T again. We're not doing OT tonight after the game. Oh man, now it gets chaotic. I think autocorrect. Stupid autocorrect. Hate when it does that. Hate when autocorrect does that. Well, the new video dropping tomorrow. I was not able to get the Pete Carroll one out today. I should be able to get it out tomorrow unless something stupid happens in this game, in which case that would take priority. But we should be able to get more Carroll out this week. Must win for the Bucks? Yes. With now the Panthers, with the way they've looked lately, being the Rams, and with the way the Bucks have looked, they've slumping big time as of late. They need to win this game. I don't exactly know how he got from the beginning of the song to the end. Yeah, Burrow's on track to be lucky. Yeah, I don't think he's going to pull a Palmer. I think he might just retire. Yeah, positivity money. Yep, it was a good 4 days. Fun 4 days while it lasted. Yeah, so much for positivity. Yeah, someone tells me the positivity bunny did not work. The vibes were not good after that loss to the Chargers, is my guess. Yeah, that was one of the most useless things to ever get put into a locker room. That was good. Just confused how we got from the beginning to the end of that one. The Bengals are a disgraceful organization. We have all pro quarterbacks saying stuff like that. You have problems. Yes. Yes, you are not wrong there. All right. Mortem coming up next. Serious idea for the bunny? No, I think it was the offensive lineman idea. It was the offensive line's idea to get the bunny in there, and obviously it didn't work. All right, Mortem. All right. More Strom. Yes, a lot of stuff came out with more. Yep. I think Mike Brown was one quarter away from the Super Bowl. Insane to think about. Yeah, the press conference was concerning. He's got one foot out the door. I mean, when you're saying stuff like that, you got one foot out the door. It was really good call the Bungles. Yep. Lamar's not going to Pittsburgh. Steelers are always a bogey team. You were not wrong there. They got to win that game, obviously, week 18. Because then you don't have the tiebreaker. Steelers are in a really good spot. I think they're in a good spot, too. But I wouldn't say it's over just yet. Like putting tape on a leaking tank. Paul Brown was God, he sent his son to hell, yeah. You know, his son is cheap and ruined the legacy of his father. It's like a slow descent into hell, this song. Which AFC team makes Super Bowl? I have Buffalo making it. My pick at the start was Buffalo. I'm not going to change it just yet. I think they're playing a little bit better as of late. I like Josh Allen. I think they run the ball well with Cook. I think they're in a pretty good spot. But honestly, Jacksonville's got a really good case. Houston's got a good case, too. This really, Houston's doing it. Yeah, Watt went to the hospital, from what I heard, yeah. Campbell's going to bring over a lot of his guys from Iowa State, which I'm not surprised by. So who you know business, and they're going to follow him. I'm not surprised with that, David. Not surprised with that at all. But TJ Watt's in some trouble right now with a lung injury. You see, it takes skin to the queue. Audio, video, ChatGPT, Sporkle quiz, what if sports? Yeah, Patriots have a good shot too. See when the Broncos pick. I mean, Broncos are a good pick too. Broncos are a pretty good pick. Burgovi left the Bengals. It'd have to be a trade. Oh, it'd have to be a trade. The curse on the Steelers? Oh, at least it's not us. I could see. So I want to go within the division. They probably have to trade out a conference. They have to trade out a conference. My guess, I mean, Atlanta doesn't have a first round pick. Maybe New Orleans? I'd see New Orleans potentially. Go back to Louisiana. Frank is ever wrong. No, he's not. Just early. Just early. Yeah, TMZ was on more too, yeah. Though the audio didn't really reveal anything. That leaked audio was like, just half of it was beeping. Yeah, but what team is one quarterback away from contention? What team is one quarterback away? The Steelers, they're not going to go within the division. You put on around the Colts season, see if Rivers can save him. Yeah, I think it's on like to start. Bring up Burrow. Those are good songs. I like Mortem a lot better. I think Mortem was a lot better. And Sierra takes skin to the queue. Audio video championship. I just realized too, I did not set the clock to 8 minutes. I set it to only 6 minutes. So let's redo that. Let's put that time back on the clock. You give us Saints just for the lava? Yeah. The curse of one of the most terrifying opponents in sports. Oh yeah. I'd be arranged tomorrow, yes. Eagles are quarterback away? Yeah. I mean, they're not going to do it, but I mean, Rivers has not Rivers. Hurts it's not look good as of late. So you can see it takes again in audio video chat with you. We're not doing OT tonight, so just keep that in mind. Any requests for anything, I will get to them tomorrow. We'll do an OT stream before we do the CNF Austin game. We're going to get a haircut tomorrow too before that. So, is Brad a Patriot? I would be very surprised if he's not a Patriot at this point. All good, Nicholas. All good. Here's two. It takes to get into the queue. On this, Falcons Bucks week 15. Don't see the Ravens through the Pats or Packers with Lamar's flaming down. Otherwise, like the Steelers. Yeah. Ravens are in some trouble. Yeah, when Lamar's played, it's not great. Yeah, McCarthy, look, he looked all right last game. Charles State Nova. I don't think so. I think we're beyond the call. Actually, wait. The problem is that it's going to interfere with Army Navy. That's the problem. Army Navy, if it started at 3:30, it'd be a bit different. The problem is that Army Navy is a 3 o'clock start, not a 3:30 start. Looking for a Raheem Moore sub-decision. And 9. Yep. The UM stuff, it is insane right now. Every hour just getting worse and worse. Yeah, I guess every other year the Eagles make a Super Bowl, then they suck. I think that's the trend. 25 Ravens equal 21 Ravens. It's not a bad comparison. I don't hate that. I can live with that, actually. Yeah, but Army Navy, the problem is that game is at 3 and not 3:30. So we're only going to do one FCS game for the playoff, and it'll be the Montana State game tomorrow night. And will I do a game earlier in the day? I might just do the 2 streams. I might just do Army Navy, and then that's it. But let's see. That's a good watch schedule. I'll do the LA Bowl every hour. What happened since yesterday? I mean, he spent the night in jail, the mugshot. Now audio came out from TMZ. I mean, it's not looking pretty. Minter would not be a bad move. I think it's going to be Dable. I think it's going to be Dable. But Minter will be an option. Patulo candidate for the Giants or the opening. That would be the funniest timeline. I don't think it's going to happen. That'd be the funniest timeline. Now the 80s in hot water, that's what's happened since then. The 80s now in super hot water. The impact of the Michigan football program for a while to come? It could. 100% it could. Absolutely. Right, LA Bowl is folding after this season. Which stinks. But I heard they're going to do probably something in Colorado. Do Ravens promote or if Harbaugh gets canned? No, they'll go Monken or they'll go out of house. Orr's too inexperienced to be a head coach just yet. It's too young, I think, and too inexperienced. I don't think they're going to promote more. They had their shot with McDonald, and they blew it. He was going to be arrested? Yes. Again, he wasn't arrested for the adultery. He was arrested because, according to sources, he broke into the staffer's house and then threatened to kill her. Right, D-backs are playing the Padres in Mexico City in late April. Yep. We knew that for a while now. But now it's official. But we knew that for a while they were going to play a series in Mexico. At least the Eagles have made a couple of Super Bowls in the 2020s. Yeah, let's see if will I do a game before? I don't think I'm doing a game before. You know, I probably just will do the 2 streams on Saturday and that's it. I'll put a Bowl Mania group up later today. All right, we'll stay for like 10 more minutes. $5 or more gets you in at this point. $5 or more gets you in, but we'll stay on for another 10 more minutes just so that we're on for at least half an hour on this. Yeah, Lions are actually going to 26. Falcons are going to have one as well. NFC's turn to host because it's an even number year, so no surprises there. Yeah, when we talk more of the smaller bowl games fold, yeah, I'm assuming the rent is probably so high at SoFi. It's hard to justify such a game. It'd be very hard to justify it. Let's put this poll in the community tab. Fair, the Ravens' defensive mind head coaches rarely pan out these days in age. There was a reason. No reason for Harbaugh ever going to the AFC Championship. No, there was not. No, there was not. So you're right on that. They'll be a brain silly televised nationally in the Mexico City games. I think they'll televise the Saturday one. The Sunday one, I don't think they will. Feels really. D-backs are going to have an off day on Friday. Just so weird that we're going to have an off day on a Friday. Carroll's 8-1 all time against the Eagles. Yeah, but he's staying with the Seahawks for the most part. Yeah, which makes sense. Something tells you though, I think the Eagles are a much better team than the Raiders are. Just a hunch on that. Let me just get this up and I'll be good to go. And it's a throwback game tonight, so I do have the throwback banners and everything. Whoever loses the AFC North get fired or mutually part ways. Steelers no. Tomlin's staying. Tomlin's staying. Falcons fans haven't given up on Penix, which I disagree with. I think with the injury history, he has not shown anything. I was never high on Penix to begin with. He's also on the older side for a young quarterback. I don't think he's going to improve at all. I think he's toast. Problem is that you kind of can't give up on him just yet because you don't have a first-round pick next year. So you got to let him ride for one more season. But someone tells me it's going to be trouble. The bigger whiff is hiring Bill Johnson or Bill Walsh. Oh, yeah, that was kind of a whiff. That was a whiff. Yeah, next season the Rams are going to be. Next season we're going down under for the Rams. Let's see, Rob the Sixer. Which game do you want? I'll get you in the call for it. Moore hires Hudson's Canadian cousin to defend him. Oh, let's go. Let's go. want Arizona, perfect. Get you on the call. Appreciate you, man, as always. And $5 more can see what at this point. Yeah, the Australian games, I don't know the timing of that. The timing's going to be just bizarre. Like, how are they going to make it work? I don't know. All right, well, until 2 drafts from now, yep. Then at that point, you probably get Arch Manning or Sayin or Levitt if he comes out. Canadian Head say, yep, we do. We'll see how this works. Very early in the morning. I don't know about how early. They're still going to make money on TV rights. Your Raiders trading Gruden, that was rough. That was obviously pretty rough. And to beat them and then to not change any of the signals is just insane to me. Canadian passport, let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. We're gonna see how this goes. The Italian version was amazing. Let's see if the Canadian version's good. Yeah, Train Guru and Chris Ramirez. Yep, even bringing it back to that work. All right. Let's see how this goes. The Canadian version of Lionel Hutz. Lyle Hutzberg is the name of this guy. Lyle Hutzberg. All right, here we go. Be seated. The People versus Mr. Moore. Council appearances. Laura Asser for the state. Oh gosh. So sorry. So sorry. Super sorry. Lyle Hutzberg representing the defendant, Mr. Moore. Assuming that's all right with everyone. If not, I totally understand. I'm sorry. Mr. Hutzberg, are you all right? I'm Canadian, Your Honor. This is my baseline. How's it going, Jess? Appreciate you tuning in. The evidence will show that Mr. Moore, after being filed for an extramarital affair with his secretary, threatened her life. His rage was deliberate, violent, and criminal. Defense? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. I forgot this trial doesn't have a jury. I brought donuts for them and everything. Tim Hortons, the good kind. Proceed with your statement. Absolutely, Your Honor. It was his briefcase revealing donuts and a Canadian flag. I appear to have forgot my notes. I am so sorry. But fear not, Lyle Hutzberg never panics. I am so sorry about this, Your Honor. Deeply sorry, professionally sorry. My client is innocent because, well, he's a victim too of heartbreak, bad decisions, and feelings. And if feeling feelings is illegal, then lock us all up. Is that your opening statement? Unless it wasn't good, then no, absolutely not. I can redo it. I'm sorry. Miss Carter, the defendant threatening you? Yes, he said, you'll ruin my life, I'll ruin yours. Objection. That sounds nothing like Mr. Moore. It is a direct quote. Right. I'm sorry. Withdrawn. I am so super sorry. Miss Carter, you are very brave to be here today, and I'm sorry for interrupting the flow. But could you maybe repeat this in a nicer tone? Something more polite? The threat was not polite. Fair, that's fair. I'm sorry. Ma'am, isn't it true that Mr. Moore had just been fired and was in emotional distress? Yes. Aha, ladies and gentlemen of the... Oh, right, no jury. Sorry. Your Honor, I rest my case. Emotional distress. Classic Canadian legal defense. That is absolutely not a legal defense. I should have gone with the Moots-related accident angle, shouldn't I? Water breaks. Yep, I'm not surprised. I knew it in 2014. I said it back in 2014 when they did the hydration breaks. It's going to lead to commercial breaks. And sure enough, yep. Mr. Moore, please take the sand, but, like, gently. Don't make a scene. Sorry. Oh, this is a disaster. Come on with the tourist. Still wants to rebuild him. That's a $300 million payroll. He's not doing a good job of rebuilding him right now. I'll put it that way. He's not doing a good job rebuilding. If this is the definition of rebuilding, this is an interesting way of going about it. Having signed no one except Williams. I mean, the pitching staff was already bad last year. Now you're making the hitting even worse. They're not going to be that good next year. I don't think. Appreciate you getting on, as always. Oh, that's a disaster. He says that now, but wait until he sees my closing argument. I've got charts. Mr. Hutzberg, questions? Right. Mr. Moore, did you threaten your secretary? I was angry. I said things I regret. See? Regret. The most Canadian of emotions. Lazy. Oh, right. No, Jerry. Sorry again. The defendant admits guilt. Now, hold on, Miss Prosecutor Fancy Pants. Oh, sorry. I know our pants are professional, not fancy. I'm sorry, but we Canadians believe in second chances. And third, and fourth if needed. Honestly, we kind of lose count. Come on with another two. Appreciate you, man. That would not shock me. Honestly, if they go below 500, that would not shock me if he gets fired. Would not shock me if he gets fired for 26. Like, I think that's a very realistic possibility. I don't think you're entirely wrong on that one. If they do not do well in 26, he's gone. The state rests. The threat was real, intentional, and illegal. Defense? Your Honor, picture this. A man broken, lost, confused, fired for reasons that, while very much his fault, were emotionally devastating. He didn't mean to threaten Miss Carter. He just meant to loudly express lifelong regrets. Haven't we all done that? Haven't we all shouted things like, my life is ruined, everything's falling apart, or, please don't revoke my law license again? Have you shouted that last one? Hypothetically? Yes, I'm sorry. Your Honor, if you find my client guilty, I understand, and I apologize deeply, profusely, apologetically. But if you find him innocent, I promise, no, we promise, to never threaten another secretary again. I never promised that, buddy, work with me here. I've heard enough. Mr. Hutzberg, your representation was unique. Thank you. Wait, was that good? Should I apologize? I found the defendant guilty. I'm ordering mandatory counseling in addition to sentencing. Counseling? Oh gosh, thank you, Robert. That's so merciful. I'm so sorry this trial happened. I'm sorry to the court, sorry to my clients, sorry to the secretary, sorry to Canada, just in general. I'm sorry to Tim Hortons for what happened with the donuts. Sorry to bailiff. Please escort Mr. Hutzberg out before he apologizes to the furniture. I'm sorry, bench. You were a great bench. I'm sorry, Gavel, that you had to get pounded so hard. You're doing your best. Like with a 5, appreciate you, man. While it's Serbian uncle helps sue the brat, so the Brepec sue us and fails. Oh God. Oh man, your Serbian uncle succeeds at a counter, so may have again us millions. All right. Put a poll up for the game. Appreciate you guys a ton as always on this. Pull up. Let me get this ChatGPT in, and we'll go from there. You guys coming hot so far. Appreciate it. Again, we're not doing OT tonight, so just keep that in mind. I'll go and appreciate you, man. Ty Simmons playing injured. That would not shock me. Does that look great? What Belgium win the Pats coach in 97? They probably have another ring. The Lightning Stadium Series jersey leaked. All right. Lightning Stadiums. What's the league? Billions. All right. Even better. Oh, God, that is crap. Oh, that is crap. That is so boring. What is TBL? Really? How's it going, Matt? Scooter was out here because he's going to Army Navy? Oh, wow. I didn't know this was going to Army Navy. Trio's an nasty cold. I'm not surprised. Yeah, viral infections are not fun to deal with. Who was each bowl game? Oh, I don't know. I don't know who's playing the bowl games in terms of the players. Like, guys might opt out. What year they win one? I think 97. They could have won 97. Yeah, that sucks about Trey. All right, let me do this. Yeah, it's somehow really, really bad. Do you think the Mets are tanking? I don't think they're tanking. I don't think the Mets are tanking. I think they're just trying to slash payroll. But it's something good right now. How's it going, Brandon? Appreciate the tune in. Come on, the tour, gerrymandering fail. Yeah, we've seen a lot of those lately. Not crazy about gerrymandering. That's like nice, even lines. I'll get you on the call, though. I appreciate you, man, as always. Does that get you in front? I actually don't know if that gets you in front or not. Let's see. I'm going to close the poll here and take the $9, put it there. You're just behind. You're only 25 behind. Yeah, Doug Dibno voice died and Jeff Garcia. I mean, just for Nickelodeon, like, to lose 2 iconic voice actors like that yesterday, just awful. Just awful. Yeah, the nation needs you, Tree. They need you to make fun of Michigan. Colors of time with Blue Owl? That's a stretch. No, it's just lazy. It's just super lazy. Yeah, and the French was that, yeah. Although she was like 96. How's it going, Riley? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, she was like 96. So, yeah, you're tied for 1 now. You are. All right. I did not know that about JC Collins. I did not hear that. All right. Let's get this in. Yeah, Rivers 70 rating in Madden. That is high. That is really high. For a guy that hasn't played in 5 years. Jets win. Even if the Jets somehow win, somehow I won't be nervous. Love the team, love the coaches, love the never going to be respected actors because it's so true. I mean, if the Jets win, I'd be a bit nervous. Jets win, I would definitely be a little bit nervous, but, you know, we got nothing to lose right now. We're playing very, very good football. We're playing extremely good football, and I love where we're at right now. I really do. I love where this team is at right now. Right. I mean, so the ratings just make no sense. I mean, to be a 70, I mean, if we just look at, like, all the quarterbacks in the game. Let him go fire by 2027. Yeah, I think he's gonna be dead by that point. I will bet you $1 million that Cohen is dead by the year 20,278. But he started by 28. I mean, it's 3 years away. Rank the 3 all casts. Easily Simpsons, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story. You dominate with the Colts in 87. There you go. There you go. Wait, I'm going to tweet some... Wait, hang on. Hang on. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of guys could be fired in 3 years' time. I don't know what the league's going to look like in 2028. Hang on. I'm about to rile up a bunch of people. Hang on. Here we go. There's one. Copy paste on this. And then tweet it out on my main. All right. Perfect. All right, there we go. You look at the ratings, I'm like, okay. Had to get the engagement. Yeah, Monster Inc. and the funny stuff. Yeah, with the plagiaristic glitching. Yeah. Simpsons was the least bad, yeah. Only 4 players with a 99. Allen, Chase, Johnson, and Garrett. Yep. 9 players with Manny. Everyone on the Colts. What are the 99 ranked players in ASL? I mean, Lawrence Taylor would have been a 99. I feel like Reggie White. They're very different quarterbacks. Wait, what? Burrow is not mobile the way that Shador is. They're very different quarterbacks. But what is odd is that Shador has a lower mana ring than Phillip Rivers. Just like Doug Pearson has a great beginning, will collapse and be a feeble loser. I mean, just because they have a good beginning doesn't mean it's going to be a feeble... What? 2.5 sacks against the Bears? I'm going to say over. Yeah, we're gonna just... I do find it weird that percentage Family Guy minus football 26. I'm going to say 25%. I would lean Family Guy as the favorite, followed by Phineas and Ferb and Cars. I don't know how you make Cars work with the hands, but I feel like Cars feels like a logical pick. I saw Jamal commit on the Michigan story. Jamal who? I have no idea who you're talking about, but the Michigan story is just insane. Yeah, cars team NASCAR workers. I mean, cars were great with NASCAR. In NASCAR, that'd be great. Yeah, for running backs, it could work. Probably just have they throw. Although there's a 3-minute delay on the broadcast, so you can make it work. Jamel Hill? I have not cared about what Jamel Hill's had to say in forever. Last time I cared about what Jamel Hill had to say, I was in diapers. What did she say? Legitimately, the last time I cared about what Jamel Hill had to say, I was in diapers. Cam Newton comments? I have no idea what he said. Religious? I'm Catholic. Yes, I am Catholic. Is it the comments about Rivers where he said he should have been in? Oh, yeah, that. Oh, or is it the comments about Rivers that he felt like he should have been called out of retirement for Rivers? That's insane. Newton was terrible the final few years of his career. What I miss? The songs were good. The second one I thought was better than the first. The second one I liked a little bit better than the first, but I did like Mortem a lot. Or does he have an escort more? No, they do not. All right, let's get this ChatGPT in. Also, I missed that Shedeur Sanders has a lower passer or a lower mana rating than Phillip Rivers. Locos of the year, more. I would say Mel Kiper. I would say Montfort with the entire Rockies organization. Just talking people on this. All right, here we go. The Brat Pack, the Serbian lawyers, here we go. Order, let's begin. Plaintiffs, you ready? Claim Michigan coach is also let go because of race? No. Coach is very serious second chances. He assaulted a secretary and cheated. He was not let go because of race. Jamel Hill was also not let go from ESPN because of race. She was let go because she sucks. So, believe me, the sooner you ignore anything Jamel Hill has to say about anything, the better it'll be off. I'll put it that way. Jamel Hill, the last time she had a good take, my dad was in elementary school. I'll put it that way. The last time she spoke the truth on anything was not in my lifetime. I know that much. Yeah, Nico Harrison's a lolcow. Yes, he has to be a lolcow. All right, here we go. Next team for broadcast, I think Family Guy will be the favorite. I think Cars and Phineas and Ferb would be the next on the list. Let's try to think of like upcoming attractions. I'm trying to think Star Wars would be just the obvious one, but it hasn't happened yet. No, he's a bad person. Toasted. You don't do that. Especially we have 3 kids. Sounds like Skip Bayless. At least he's right every once in a while. I mean, he's crazy, but he's right every once in a while. I can't remember last time Hill was right on anything. No, it makes you a bad person, Toasted. We're Stearns on list for lolcow, so he's not top 5, but he's up there, but it's not top 5. All right, here we go. Plaintiffs, are you ready? But I don't want to start first. They're mean. Yeah, they were so rude to us on TV. They said I cried too much. That made me want to cry. And they said I was annoying. They're annoying for saying I'm annoying. I want them punished, all of them, right now. And I want ice cream, and I want the punishment to be extra royal. Counselor, control your clients. Your Honor, please, these children are delicate blossoms, yes? Very sensitive, like radiator in January. One poke, poof, steam everywhere. It's tragedy. He gathers his papers and then shrugs. Aha, evidence somewhere. Maybe in car or other pants. No matter. Your Honor, I bring forward Exhibit A. Anyone see Exhibit A? This is taking too long. May I say sorry now? I demand the corn be redecorated in pink. The beige is beneath me. I want a juice box. You know, exactly, NKC. Exactly. No, it's nothing to do with racist or why he got fired. He got fired because he cheated with a staff member and was not a good coach. I want a juice box. Yes, juice box deprivation. Very serious tort. My clients suffer, how you say, emotional hydration distress. Counsel, that's not a thing. Not yet, Your Honor. Not yet. Now it's up for Michael's uncle to represent. Your Honor, this case is nonsense. These children cry because clouds look at them funny. And the announcers, they describe reality. No, I don't cry at everything. Case in point. Your Honor, all we said was factual. They threw tantrums during the broadcast. Especially when Caillou demanded the referees give him a sticker. They should have. Well, kid, for what it's worth, those refs barely hand out penalties, let alone stickers. Judge, with all due respect, these kids are upset because reality doesn't come with a mute button. In all my years of commentary, I have never witnessed such an egregious display of childish behavior. And I have covered boxing. Kidney nap? Honestly, I've seen Cumber Pitson make it to that show. Kids love you, but you're louder than a Def Leppard encore. Your Honor, permission to cross something? Fine, proceed. Lionel Hutz, Serbian version, Zoran Hutz, matches up to Michael's uncle. Freezes and turns around. Oh, he's scary. No more questions. You didn't ask a question. I rest my legs. You mean your case? That too. Yeah, Hill's a joke, yeah. The downfall of ESPN started with the 6. When the 6 was a thing, that's when the downfall started. All right, Dan with the fire. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the SMU game. Appreciate you, man. French, Lyle, Hatsusi, I was saying we have the white quartet for the Olympics. Okay. Those Olympics went pretty well, so what would they be suing for? That the white quartet wasn't allowed to compete in the Olympics? I guess if they weren't allowed to compete in the Olympics, all right. I find fair the defendants. Furthermore, based on the frivolous nature of the lawsuit, this court grants the defense's countersuit. Oh, we got Rob with another sixer. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the SMU game. Alrighty. Guys coming hot right now. Appreciate it. And no OT tonight after the game, so this is your only chance. Well, I know. I'm the princess. I always win. This is the worst court ever. This isn't fair. I don't want to lose. I don't want to. Your Honor, we request damages. Billions. Granted. Billions with a B? Your Honor, maybe talk about discount, payment plan, coupon? No. I'm just checking. The bailiff escorts the children out of the courtroom. Another victory for justice. More or less. Mostly less. Next time, prepare. Next time, maybe different career. That would help too. Oh, they wanted the Australian to win. Yes. Oh, man. Let's do that. Let's do... Oh, man. That's great. You know, he needs a lot of help, obviously. Moore is not a good spot right now. He got it for cold. She got robbed. She made me believe I could be an Olympic athlete. How's it going, RFK? Appreciate tuning in. Technical because of your Moore and Harrison? Yeah, I would go with that. Look at submission job now. I'm going to go Dable. Yeah, the kids, I feel so bad for them. Right before Christmas, too. It just sucks. Art Briles. That'd be the funniest timeline. Yeah, Moore has to be, locale here in college. I thought Kiffin was a train wreck, and then this is a hold my beer. Teacher one in the hospital, permanent skirts will take no prisoners. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I know, he was bad. Christian Mouse is good, yeah. That's a really good mouse. All right. Yeah, Minor, I can see that. All right, switch afterwards. Yeah, Robs, yeah. We're going to do this death match first. How's it going, Cujo? From Living to Broncos Country. We will see if that holds. I think it will this week. I think they'll win this week. All right, here we go. Celebrity Deathmatch. And then we will do the French Huts. Here we go. Welcome back to Celebrity Deathmatch, where tonight's main event pits two legendary comedic duos, well, a duo and a trio, against each other for old school supremacy. Was Moore Thing a dream? Oh no, it's not a dream, it's real. The Moore Thing was 100% real. You are not dreaming. That's one of the craziest stories of the year. Johnny, tonight's fight has more eye pokes than a contact lens convention. The Three Stooges enter. Curly busting through the curtains first, spinning like a tornado. Mo marches behind and slaps both Curly and Larry into formation. Spread out, you lame brains want to embarrass you on national clay television? Larry plucks a violin string that snaps and hits Curly in the face. Abbott and Costello they stride in, they drag each other. Abbott, I thought you were going to a baseball game. I said we were going to face a game. This is the game. Hey, Abbott! Alright, gentlemen, I want a clean fight. Well, as comedic as a comedy slaughterfest can get. No gouging, no biting, absolutely no mysterious me explosives. Let's get it on. Round one, Costello charges Curly with the baseball bat. Curly ducks, emitting his woo-woo-woo, and he runs in circles. Costello swings, misses, hits Abbott square in the knee. Why, I oughta. He grabs the bat. Larry swings the violin like a fencing foil, poking Abbott repeatedly. Curly starts windmilling his arms toward Costello, but actually smacks Mo. Mo starts fighting Curly at this point. So Sooners are off to a great start. Yeah, they gotta get a new administration. Gotta fire the AD. The AD clearly knew about this whole thing. Costello, you got behind him. I'll distract him. But Abbott, who's on first? Not this again. While they argue, Larry trips over Curly, trips over Costello, crashes Abbott, and we have a domino pile. How's it going, Jackson? Appreciate you tuning in. Weeks tries to separate them, but all five immediately converge to a cartoon cloud of dust. Mo, put the mallet down! Sure, after I tune him up. How do you even get this mallet in the first place? He swings at Abbott. Abbott ducks. The mallet goes into the rope, slingshots back, and knocks Mo into the turnbuckle. Costello then panics and pulls out a cream pie and throws it, splatting Tony Weeks. That's a foul, I think. Curly gets an idea. He spins like a top, arms flailing, and his spinning sends all the competitors flying to opposite corners. Abbott then rallies. Costello now! We double team them. Are we double teaming the one with the bowl haircut or the one that looks like he sleeps in a basement? Yes! Yes, that's the one. They charge Mo. Mo sidesteps, pokes both in the eye simultaneously, bonks their heads together like coconuts. Curly and Larry flank Mo. All right, fellas, triple threat. The Three Stooges are finally in sync. Curly windmills. Larry strums a chord on Abbott's spine. Mo delivers the finishing two-finger eye poke to both Abbott and Costello, and they collapse. Winner by knockout, uncontested slapstick supremacy, the Three Stooges. Curly dances, and Mo smacks Larry after he plays the music. Cut out the monkey business. Another fight after this. Another historic comedy clash until the only one that makes sense through cartoon violence. Take notes, Hollywood. This is how you do a crossover episode. Next up, the French version of Huts with Ray Gun. Here we go. Mesdames et messieurs, the defense, or is it the offense? No matter. I am Andre Lionel Huts Dubois, attorney at law, avocat extraordinaire, shall prove this competition was rigged. Rigged like a fishing boat on the Riviera. He opens his briefcase, a baguette falls out. Are those your legal documents? But of course, in France we store important papers in baguettes. Very absorbent, very confidential. The kids stumble behind them. Huts Dubois, tell the judge they were mean. I'm so upset I can't even finish my honey sandwich. They didn't let Ray Gun win, and Ray Gun's the coolest, and how my feelings hurt. This whole thing is unacceptable. I demand a recount and a snack, and also justice, but mostly a snack. If we don't win this case, I swear I'm never watching the Olympics again. Except maybe the ice skating competition. Your Honor, my clients are but humble, innocent infants who have suffered the most grievous injustice, and someone watered down my carrefour lot. This here is my proof. He slams the paper on the podium. That's a receipt for onion soup. You have discovered my code. In French, onion soup means corruption. Everyone knows this. The Iowa representative blinks. Fine, children, you testify one at a time. The judge didn't clap loud enough for Ray Gun spins. That means they cheated, it's obvious. And then Ray Gun lost, and I cried for 2 whole minutes. It's so long. And I didn't even get to crown Ray Gun the winner like I planned. I made a tiara out of glitter glue, and now it's wasted. I am personally offended. The Olympics are supposed to be fair, but apparently the judges prefer skill and technique. Well, guess what? Ray Gun is heart and cool shoes. So, there. Lionel dramatically unveils a whiteboard. It's a scribbled drawing of a stick figure doing splits upside down. As you can see, Your Honor, this is how you say compelling visual proof. Proof of what? That breakdancing is very complicated and thus easy to rig. Also, I did not practice law school. Wait, you didn't go to law school? But of course I did in France. It's in a very exclusive academy above a bakery. We learn legal strategy and eclair glazing. Your Honor, now this demonstrates wrongdoing. Also, why is the child in the tiara pointing at me? Because you should apologize for the injustice and give Reagan a gold medal and give me chocolate. Now, yeah, unless you want a tantrum, and mine are very loud. They're so loud I can't even nap when she has one. Your Honor, for these dear petits monstres, I mean sweet angels, this injustice cannot stand. Give them victory, justice. Give them a ray gun gold medal to Electric Boogaloo. He slips and falls off the table. His briefcase snaps in half, which is just a baguette. In reviewing the evidence and enduring the children's testimony, whatever it is, I rule in favor of the IOC. Case is dismissed. No, this is the worst day ever, but we wanted to win. This courtroom is a failure, and I'm telling everybody. Nice job, lawyer guy. Worst lawyer ever. And in France, we say, you win some, you dramatically lose others. Who's hungry? My briefcase still has half a baguette. The kids whine. Hudson Dubois poses as though he won, and the judge escorts him out of the courtroom because he can't take it anymore. That was good. Those are some good ChatGPTs for this one. Again, we're not doing OT after the game, so this is the last call for anything. We're not for an hour at this point. We'll be live at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock for the Thursday night battle. Last call for anything. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this Q&A overtime stream. And if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll be live tonight. Tomorrow, our schedule is we'll be live for an overtime stream, probably around, I would say, 6:30 Eastern. Right? Wait, hang on. Let me double check something. Let me check. Maybe not 6:30. I meant to say 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. Let's check. I think 6 o'clock tomorrow will be on. And then the playoff game is 9 o'clock. Yeah, that works. 6 o'clock OT tomorrow. 9 o'clock for the playoff game. Stephen F. Austin, Montana State. And we'll go from there. So that's the game plan. And then Saturday, Army, Navy, and we'll do the LA Bowl. All right, last call. I was going to sign off here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's a throwback game tonight. So I got the throwback logos and all according to plan. So with that in mind, I appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. I'll see you guys in an hour and a half for the Buccaneers-Falcons Thursday night game. Should be an interesting one. Bucs need this one pretty badly. We'll see if they can get against a reeling Falcons team. Take care.